Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Soul Work. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins. For those of you who are tuning in, and we're on Shaw TV Live right now at 6:30 p.m. here in Calgary. So on tonight's show, I have a guest as usual, and we will be taking calls after the commercial break. So for those of you who wish to give both of us a call, that number is 403-539-6710. So write that number down, Calgary, and give us a call right after our quick commercial break. And tonight's guest I have is Tara Jo Kadlec. Thank you, Tara.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's a pleasure.
You're welcome. I thought I'd have you on the show because I know that Tara, as you all will soon find out, the reasons being.
Many reasons.
We won't say the bad reasons. No, I'm just kidding. So what made you decide to get into the fitness and healing industry?
There's many reasons. One of the biggest reasons, though, is I myself had some health challenges. And the biggest lesson I learned to help myself was exercise, number one. So, you know, as you get out of high school and you go to university, et cetera, you learn some more lessons. And energy healing came my way. So, you know, the exercise, eating healthy helped a bit. Helped a lot, I actually should say that. But when more health challenges came up, repetitive patterns came up in my life, the energy healing came my way and completely changed my life. So knowing that has been super helpful when I'm working with my clients. So even with, for instance, my boot camp, my clients there, some of them have become clients that love your journey, where they get energetic healing from me because they see how powerful it is. So sometimes the exercise and eating healthy, it just doesn't end there. There's something about getting the mind and the emotional mind working for you, the advantage. So yeah, that's kind of why.
Yeah, because I know like quantum physics, mind and the body.
Yes, it's huge.
Yeah, your mind has to be balanced with the body and so on. And that's something I'm kind of working on.
Yeah.
I'm on it, but
yeah, and it can challenge a lot of people because it's not something we learn ever in school. It's not something necessarily our parents will teach us.
Yeah.
It's who comes in our lives and teaches it for us.
Yes.
So it does. If anything I could teach anybody, it's if you can get your mind and body to work together, life changes for the better.
Right. So if somebody had bad habits, for instance, what would you recommend?
There's a couple different ways. So if you're thinking bad habits in terms of like eating habits, for instance, if we use that for an example, there's a couple things. So if I was, you know, saying it from personal trainer Tara's way, I would say, you know, we try to be aware of the times of day that you feel those bad habits are coming. You know, do you feel cravings? Is it at night? Is it in the middle of the night? Is it at your stressful job? And writing those down and becoming aware of that. And then if I have a client that comes to see me for the energy healing, we'll take those moments and use them as things to shift. And I will also give homework for them quite often. So at-home tools they can use. So if they are having a moment of craving, there's some things they can do to help shift that energy right then and there, and it just goes away. So they don't have to, you know, reach for the crackers right after work. They can just, you know, drink the water and make their supper and it be okay.
Yeah.
So I'm all about that. I'm all about giving, I call it homework, but giving other things for them to do after they see me so that there's something for them to constantly work on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, because I think it's neat how, because there's so many fitness instructors out there, but the reason I wanted Tara on is because you do combine your healing work with your exercises and everything combined.
Yes, I just, one of the most fun things I love to do is I teach for a company called Fit Chicks. And I teach for this company because they empower women. It's one of the reasons I could teach anywhere. I've chose to stay with them for almost 6 years because the owners just represent empowering women. Doesn't matter what size, shape, age, or not. And so it's so fun being in that class. You know, I teach Monday and Wednesday nights at 7, and it's just, you know, you get newcomers all the time, and you get people that stick with me for a while, and, you know, I've changed locations often too. but it's just amazing, the energy in the group. And as a group setting, it's super supportive. So I love that. But I love when some of them come to see me for extra help, because the shift and change in them is amazing. And they might not even realize it right away for themselves, but I can, see their energy in class.
Exactly.
Right? I can see their energy on Facebook. I can see over the phone or text. It's really fascinating though to see those changes, because sometimes one of the biggest hinders for women is how we talk negatively to ourselves. People don't even realize what we do behind closed doors and how we just degrade ourselves, and we don't even know we're doing it. And so that's one of the things I want to tell women is we've got to get rid of that faulty belief system, and it just makes us almost subconsciously we have these things in our body.
Right.
If we can let them go, then we shed the weight, we get stronger. But in our real life, at the job or at a career or a business or as a mom, we become more powerful.
Right.
Right? So it's great.
Yeah, self-love.
Yes.
Right, because I get, like, even myself, some people, like, they always put themselves down. I'm like, you have to stop that.
Yes.
Right, because you're sending that energy out there. So it's accepting yourself and knowing that you're worthy. Yeah. Right?
And a lot of people don't realize they're doing that, and it's so sad.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes it takes a couple sessions with me for them to go, oh, you know what? I do say that to myself, but it's quiet. It's not out loud. It's not to my friends. It's actually in my head. Right. And then once they become aware of that, then things will start to change, which is great.
Exactly. Because you do body talk and such too?
Yeah, I do a couple different modalities. Body talk is one. I also do, which is quite a new modality, called Heart Speak.
Okay.
There's a course in Calgary this weekend to train some more. And I love Heart Speak, for instance, because it's something that I can use on myself daily to clear beliefs. And, if I'm having anxiety or if I'm having a funky day, I can clear it right then. Body talk is super powerful as well, because, I can do work on people's businesses. So you take the business almost like an entity as itself and work on it. I could do a weight loss session for people, which is quite common. Stress is huge right now due to what's going on in the world. So, creating those sessions where they can remove the fear can just make life so much easier, so they can kind of deal with what's going on. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know that. I mean, that's amazing, and that's a good way to actually really put it, right? Because certain people, they just push other people to do this, but when you take a look at the package deal, as you have, people are actually going to really feel that.
Right.
Right.
Because I think, too, some people could just do energy healing and think, oh, this is all I can do. And that's really not what I'm about, because sure, that can work for only a brief moment in time. Because even myself experiencing what I've experienced in the last couple of months, things started to not work for me again, things that would help me. So that means I got to go back to the drawing board and say, what haven't I been doing? Right. It's just not one thing. Yeah. It's the exercise, it's the eating healthy, it's, wearing the crystals if I need that, if, it's not for everybody, but it's, maybe having, it's for you, having a bedtime routine, taking that time. So it's about creating, a full-on package of what to do for healing. And it's all self-healing. Right. Everybody that's on my table or on the Skype session, it's just me being a guide for them. As you well know, you kind of do the same thing. Right. So it's not me, I'm just, trying to help the magic happen, if that makes any sense.
Exactly. Yeah. And Tara also does animal communications too. And you use little rugby to help also in your sessions. Can you explain how you use rugby, for instance? Yeah,
so Rugby is my little Bichon Shih Tzu rescue dog. She turns 12 this month. Got her when she was 3, and I always knew that she was helping me heal, when I was getting energy sessions, etc. But she's really, if somebody's in my home, for instance, getting a session, she, if they'll allow, will hop onto the table. And she will help shift the energy, and she'll move where the body needs shifting. So I kind of could see before I even get the messages with the muscle testing where she wants me to shift and change. And she'll reflect back at me for things that I can tell the client. For instance, she'll give me messages, whether I'm on a dog walk or not, she'll give me messages all the time, which is kind of fun.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. Because what person really that you hear about realistically uses that method? That's why Tara's on, uniqueness here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So if somebody wanted to come see you or for sessions or take your boot camp, what's the best way?
There's a couple ways. They can find me on Facebook. My business is Love Your Journey, so they could find the Facebook page or just find my primary page with my name. There's also a website, www.loveyourjourney.ca, and there's a contact form there, and I can forward them to the Fit Chicks information from that.
Exactly. So just to let you know, everybody, Tara's site is still under construction a bit on her website because she's manifesting a nice website, right, which you should never rush ever, right? Yeah. So you can connect with her through there or on Facebook. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. So we are going to take a short commercial break right now. And we are going to be taking calls. So you can give Tara and I a call at 403-539-6710. We'll be right back after this short break, Calgary, so hang in there. Good evening, Calgary, and welcome back. This is Soul Work, and I'm your host, Jeni Cousins. For those of you who are just tuning in, we are live here tonight on Shaw TV, and we are officially taking calls. So give us a call if you have a question for myself or Tara. That number is 403-539-6710. We do want to hear from you, Calgary. I warned them that if we didn't get any calls, I was going to go out and start banging on doors one night. I will do it. We always get calls, right?
Which is good.
But I just like to freak people out from time to time, right? I had one lady, Jeni, you really going to go around? Oh, yes, I am. We're on it. And all the cameras are going to be coming, and we're going to be knocking on the doors and saying, hey, do you have a question for Jeni?
That'd be funny.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we do have a caller on, Rochelle. Rochelle, thank you for calling. Hello? Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi, Rochelle. How are you?
Good, thanks. Ladies, I have a question.
Okay.
Regarding my love relationships.
Okay.
I'm not in any relationships right now, and I was wondering if there's anything that I should be doing, and in regarding to that area.
It's funny, as soon as you called, I saw the number 2. This year for you, there's going to be 2 possibilities coming up for you. The number one thing when it comes to relationship is we have to surrender the whole thing. If we go out, we can always go looking and keep our eyes open, but if we try to force any situation to happen, it's going to crumble just as fast, right? You have to know what you are looking for. And number 2, you have to know how worthy you are to deserve what you truly want, right? So when you're really ready, you will attract somebody here. And I'm hearing springtime, and it's coming up here pretty soon. You are going to have 2 different offers this year to choose from. And what I would highly recommend that you do is just really take your time getting to know these people. Okay, that's so important. And you're going to meet this person. I hear somebody from your past actually too coming through. So there might be 3, Okay. Yeah. I just really feel that somebody has been thinking about you for quite some time, and I'm hearing a father figure come through also, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Your father is saying not to rush anything. So, but just really take your time this year, because when you open up your heart and you're truly ready, you will meet somebody. But springtime, you're going to meet somebody, and springtime, and the other one could come 2 months later, because the number 2 is coming in very prominent for you.
Okay.
Yes. What about you, Tara? What would you say?
The one thing that kept coming to my mind is for her to shift the energy within herself first.
Yes.
So almost like there's some closed off energy, meaning that she's just not loving herself fully. That's kind of what I kept getting.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And once she does that,
yes,
then there'll be more flooding in of, yeah.
They'll be standing.
Yeah.
They'll be coming. Absolutely. So hang in there. Like, hang in there. Keep your heart open. Don't settle. Some people make the mistake of just settling just because, and that's not a good thing. So,
all right.
yeah, you will have options this year, so be ready.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And we have another caller, and that would be Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Hello?
Hello?
Nancy?
Yes, my name is Nancy, yes.
Yes, you have a question for us.
Yes, I do. I just wonder if I'm in the right place in perspective to my work career.
You know, I actually feel that this year things are going to be completing itself out for you, actually. I almost feel like your job is kind of like draining you, right? It very well could, you know, pull within 3 months here. You're just going to really do a lot of shifting with it. So again, surrender to it and really pay attention. Okay. Yeah, really pay attention to certain signs, because I'm just really feeling that you're going to get kind of run down and really tired. Right. And then, I mean, we can all go through that, you know, tired stage and such like that. But I just really feel if you really like fall for you, October, I'm hearing being circled, right? There's going to be another opportunity coming for you. Okay. So keep your eyes open. I'm not telling anybody to leave their job, but you're going to know exactly what I mean.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. What would you recommend or suggest?
I would probably be tempted to tell her to write down the feelings she wants out of her new career. So go on more of an emotional level rather than how much money, you know, just how do you want to feel waking up in the morning?
Yes.
How do you want to feel when you get home from work?
Yes.
What is your energy level going to be like throughout the day? That's kind of what I kept getting for her.
Exactly, because I know some people get really stuck in certain jobs and such, and I mean, I always tell people, follow your passion and be true to who you are, not to just quit your job and run away, you know, but just be realistic.
Yes.
Because, you know, we're all here to truly be ourselves and accept ourselves and be who we truly are, right? And when we really follow our passion, we find that things are going to flow.
Absolutely.
And we need to surrender it.
Yes.
So our next caller is Deborah. Deborah. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
Excellent. And you have a question for us.
Yes, I sold my house, and I'm really debating where I should move to.
You know, honestly, I really feel the coast for you. It almost feels like more soothing and more healing for you. Right? I know you can pretty much go anywhere you want and really, you know, be okay. But it's like the coast is like a really therapeutic healing for you.
Now, would you say Vancouver, or do you mean anywhere down the North American coast?
Yeah, I'm feeling more of a small, like not like say Vancouver, like if it was like Vancouver Island. You know, the smaller, like Seychelles, Victoria, all around there would be okay, but more of a smaller community. But the water view, I just feel like it's very therapeutic, right? You've got to keep your immune system up a little bit, even increase your vitamin C, by the way, too.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, Tara?
I don't know. I feel like something's really stuck for her. Do you get that? I don't know what it is. If it's the fear to move, or if it's I'm not quite sure there. But something feels really heavy that needs to lift.
I'm waiting for a decision to be made.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not in my control, so
surrender it. Surrender it, because that's why I said. You know how I said that the water is very healing for you. This is why you need to surrender everything right now. That all is going to get resolved. So don't worry. Just hang in there. Right? Okay. And it isn't in your control, so surrender it. And after all of that, then you're going to be like, divine timing, here we come, and away you go.
Okay.
Yes, and you'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine.
Awesome. Really needed to hear that tonight. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Bye now.
Bye. And we have another caller, and that would be Diane. Diane, you have a question for us. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you.
And you have a question for us.
Last January 31st, 2015, my whole life changed when my husband passed away, and I'm trying to find my way, start a whole new life. I'm trying to be positive, upbeat. I'm a professional lady. So far, everything is going fairly good, but I'm wondering, I sometimes get nervous and worry about the future.
Yeah, don't let that go. I really feel that, to be very, very honest with you, right?
Yes.
I still feel that you still need some healing to go through yet. I really do. Within, because sometimes healing is just a natural thing that we all go through. Some people, take longer or shorter. Everybody is different. That's why I never press on that, right? But I just really honestly feel that within another year from now, right? So this is February, it's a new month, right? So with another year from now, let's say the end of this year, you're going to feel so much better. And Valentine's, by the way, it's not going to be a coincidence that day. I really feel that your husband is going to give you a huge sign that day that he's still very much around you. He always is, of course, right? But I just really feel he's going to come through for you a lot more. So really pay attention. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So really pay attention to more signs.
Okay.
Yeah. So, again, one day at a time, walks and stuff like that. What about you, Tara?
Yeah, I don't know if you like to go into nature, but definitely being around, I know it's winter still, but being around the trees and the ground and, just Mother Earth in general would be super helpful for you.
Yeah.
It can just be healing in general.
I try to go for a walk every day out to Fish Creek,
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're right. I feel very calm out there, if that makes sense. And
So take that calmness that you get out in nature and just feel that all the time. So when you have a moment of that fear, then just think back to when you were on your walk that day.
Right.
And your body will shift to that calmness again.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
And there is, you might actually see, you have a spirit animal around you also, by the way. You might see something to do with like some type of, like a coyote or wolf or something. I know we can see nature, especially even down in Fish Creek Park, but if you kind of keep your eyes open, it's not there as a coincidence. It's there just to show you that you're very much protected. Wolves represent a pack, so it's almost like
you're sending shivers up my spine because I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the wolves represent the pack, and it's like the pack is very much surrounding you. I just feel complete and utter protection all around you. So you're in very safe hands.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, thank you very much, ladies.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, yes. So everybody is in the healing mode, and this year, of course, represents completion. For a lot of different things. And people say, what do you mean by that? Well, completion could be, end of drama, end of crises, end of relationships, jobs, situations. More people have been passing this year and are still going to continue to pass. So especially with certain people, like especially the callers tonight, they're clearing. They're clearing energetically, healing from within. So I really feel like all these callers tonight are going to be really walking forward in a really big way.
And they could all benefit from going into nature. That's that's one of the biggest places that we can just feel the best.
Absolutely. Like even today, I just wanted to clear my head a bit. I took some time and I went to the dog park, right? Just went there and said hello to all the dogs. And
wasn't it the Pet Every Dog Day today? Wasn't it?
Yes,
there was a Facebook event about that.
Oh, was there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know, but yeah, it was just it was fantastic. And then the man that was walking through the little park, he had like 3 dogs, 2 very excited puppies. And then he says, I got my other one coming, and I'm like, where? Like, and he goes, oh no, just give him time, he's 15. And I'm like, really? So then I saw in the distance, and I'm like, oh, he's so
beautiful
cute.
energy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. wow, it's
Beautiful.
amazing. It's amazing. So especially whenever days, it's interesting, the candle just went out, end of the show, right? So it's such advantage to get out with nature, right? So important, even if it's just going out, like today it was so nice, dress up a little warmer, of course, in case you get the wind. It clears your head.
Even if you don't feel like it, just say I'm going to go for 10 minutes.
Yes.
And I guarantee 10 minutes will turn into 15 to 20 to 25, sometimes an hour. And that's, you know, the biggest advice I can give somebody when they don't feel like getting out of bed or getting out of their house. Just start with 5-10 minutes and then make a decision. If you don't want to go further after that, then don't.
Yeah.
But, you know, most of the time you continue the walk.
It does.
For sure.
It does, because I just had to actually go out and throw my garbage out.
Right.
So I go out and throw my garbage out, and I'm like, oh, I have to go for a walk now.
Yes.
And I had plenty of time, because you have to take that time for you.
For sure. Yeah.
You really do. Or you could go to one of Tara's classes, boot camps.
It's all levels, so don't be scared by that name. Right?
I'd be like, oh, good God.
No, it's for all levels. Trust me. I modify, and it's very different than any other boot camp.
Right.
So,
no, I know it is, because I really like the energy of it. I really did, because it's different, it's unique, it's not the typical type boot class.
No.
So I want to thank you, Tara, for coming on the show. We're already at the end of the show here already. You know, it was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was fun. It was awesome.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. You're welcome. And I am your host, Jeni Cousins. This is Shaw TV, and we're back live again next Wednesday night. Tune in, everybody. And all the shows are on YouTube, by the way, under Jeni Cousins if you want to catch them. I always constantly have people, how can we watch it? Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Check it out. Good night, everyone.
The proceeding was a community access program. Shaw is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit shawtv.ca. Opinions expressed in this programming do not necessarily reflect the views of Shaw or its employees.